Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Lisa. Each week I tell you the news from in and around the Norfolk Broads. So let's begin. Rain has dominated much of the week, especially last weekend. A yellow weather warning was issued by the Met Office for rain and floodwater across the county. Police warned motorists not to venture out unless absolutely necessary. After a night of heavy rain, flooding on the roads was severe. Great Yarmouth had 8 inches of water along Bridge Road. That's the road that takes you to Haven Bridge in Great Yarmouth. There was even a landslide in Norfolk, caused by the heavy rain. That was between Caister St Edmund and Framlingham Earl, so away from the Norfolk Broads. In fact, it's been recorded as the wettest February since records began in Norfolk and Suffolk. That's 180 years ago. So far, we've received almost twice the amount of the average rainfall. Now, while I'm making this video, there's another weather warning. People in Norfolk are told to act now as more flooding is on the way. Police have been searching the Norfolk Broads for a missing 65-year-old man. He was last seen on the 11th of February, and today I'm making this on the 20th. The gentleman's boat was found in Reeds in Hickling. He had been moored in the dyke beside the Pleasure Boat Inn, but his boat was found half a mile away in the Reeds. His dog was found on Saturday and taken to the vets. It's certainly a widespread search, and crews were seen searching near Potter Heigham. Monday afternoon, I heard a helicopter close by to where I live. Looked out the window and I could see the Coastguard searching along Candle Dyke and the River Thurne. So I did go out and film it, but from a distance, and you can see in my video how far away I was filming it from. I'll leave you the link for that video. As the search enters day 3, it's thought there's a real possibility that the 65-year-old man entered the water. A fisherman has described finding the deserted boat of David Cubberley, the missing man last seen in the Candle Dyke area. The boat was spotted drifting in the reeds by the fisherman while out on his own boat. He actually knows the missing man. He passed the boat in the morning, but it wasn't until he returned in the afternoon and saw that the boat had moved 100 yards up the reeds that he thought something might be wrong. The boat had no ropes when it was found. It was just adrift. And when the fisherman looked inside the boat, there was a plate of food on the table inside. It seems Mr. Cubberley has been going through a tough time recently after the death of his partner Felicity. They had been together 40 years until sadly she fell down the stairs of their flat in Cromer. There's a lot of activity. The police drone has been up, the police boat is out, and then there's a couple of policemen on this boat. That looks more like a private boat, though, rather than the police boat. Let's hope the gentleman is found soon. There was a house fire on Monday in Sutton. The news article states that the property had been empty for more than 20 years. It's now the following day, and it's in the paper that a teenager has been arrested for the fire. Berney Arms Station has made it into the Express newspaper. It makes a list of the least used stations with only 42 passengers visiting it in 1 year. Only accessible by foot, train or boat, as it is 2 miles away by road. Well, that's what the Express say, but I always thought it was about 5 miles away. Thomas Trench Berney owned the land in the 1840s, and he allowed the development of the railway on condition that a station would be put there as everlasting. So this is why, despite its remoteness, the railway station is still used to this day. There in perpetuity. 2 active retreats based in Norfolk have been named among the best of their kind in the UK by the Guardian newspaper. Eastwood Whelpton's Women on the Water Getaway makes the list of the country's top 12. Their retreat is held on traditional Broads yachts. It's all about relaxing in nature and enjoying being on the water. Shall we just have a break from the news for a minute and have a look at some boats that came past me while I was making this video at Reedham Riverside? Now, do feel free to correct me, but I think this is the new shaped cruiser coming along here. I can't remember which boatyard has made it though. So let us all know in the comments if you know. Next, it's one of the Broads Authority workboats. Amazing cloud formation, but with the sunshine, it just goes blurred really. So I hope you've enjoyed the boats at Reedham. There will be more news for you. I just thought I'd have this little bit of footage in the middle, something different. As well as this barge workboat going past, there's also another one here, moored right beside where I've parked. There's so much news this week, so let's get back to the news article, shall we? The Met Office has issued 2 weather warnings for tomorrow for heavy rain and strong winds. The yellow weather warning is from Stalham to south of the county. That's for Thursday. But as I'm sat making this video here on Wednesday, there's strong winds and heavy rain outside already. I've just been out food shopping. The roads are flooded and fields have so much flooding in them, it's just beyond ridiculous now. There are actually 17 flood alerts and warnings across the county. There are 3 red flood warnings, and the Environment Agency advised moving your car to higher ground and putting important items and documents upstairs in your homes. Whatever is going on. A coroner has ruled 30-year-old Nathan Strowger drowned as a result of a tragic accident while out on the River Waveney with friends. In July last year, Mr. Strowger went missing after his boat capsized. He and 4 friends had been out on his boat on the River Waveney. They were having a great day out when tragedy happened. Their boat tipped over and sank. The condition of the boat was very poor, said a marine safety expert in court, and modifications affected its seaworthiness. The senior coroner for Suffolk, Nigel Parsley, recorded a conclusion of accidental death. A 76-year-old female was left stranded after falling in her flooded home in Potter Heigham. Floodwater made the remote home inaccessible for ambulance crews. Humber Coastguard called out Hemsby Broads Rescue along with Backton and Winterton Coastguard at 3 a.m. The crews moved her by boat to an awaiting ambulance at the bridge pilot's office in Potter Heigham. For almost 10 years, Wherryman's Way, a popular walking route, has been closed due to an unsafe section. This involves the footpath and 2 wooden bridges. The 1¼ mile closed section is beside the River Chet at Hardley Flood. A planning application has been submitted by Norfolk County Council, and you know that once the work has been completed, I'll be over there filming it for you. A yellow Met Office weather warning for strong winds stretches from Stalham to the south of the county. It has warned East Anglia is particularly at risk. A tornado warning for Norfolk amid strong winds and heavy rain has been issued. As you know, I like to show you the things I've seen in the week. Well, I have to include the helicopter, the Coastguard, right outside my window. And then this bike with hand warmers. And it looks like a big storage box on the front, but it's not the best angle of photo to take. Sometimes you have to be discreet doing these things. And being discreet isn't something I'm very good at. Probably not in the right category for putting it in with the funny things I see when out and about, but this was actually this morning this happened. And you always say what happens on the narrow roads when you meet something. Well, this is exactly that moment. As I said earlier, I've been sat at Reedham Riverside editing this video for you, and I'm just about to leave, but I thought, well, I'll just have a look over the marshes first, get my binoculars out and discover this herd of Chinese water deer basking in the sunshine. Now, it's hard to see, but I think there's actually 8 there, so have a count up and see how many you make it. I've got another clip as well, and it's easier to count 8 in the next clip. You need to look on the far left-hand side. So where you can just see 2 on the furthest left, I think there's actually a 3rd one there behind the last one. So there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then one in the distance, 8. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a like for me, as that helps the algorithm and helps my channel grow. You can share any of my videos should you wish to do so. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, perhaps you'd like to do so. As I drive along Reedham Riverside, if you look to the river, you'll see that Broads Authority Works barge that's just passed me. In case you have missed any of the news videos, on the screen is the link to my news playlist, along with the link for Sunday's video, in case you haven't yet seen it. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll be back on Sunday with a new video for you. Bye for now.